Yep. Speaking of the ladies, shout out to the ladies. Shout out to this historic basketball team, one of the best basketball teams in women's college basketball. They did something that I had no clue was going to happen. Not saying that they're not great, because I just told you how great they are. It's a team that definitely had the opportunity to win a championship within the last few seasons, and they have their one of their best players is considered their best player is considered to be the number one overall pick in the WNBA draft next season. And their head coach is, I mean, he's one of the best head coaches ever in college basketball. Not just men, not just women, but period. Let me tell you something. The UConn Huskies women, the reason why I'm talking about them today, because they absolutely destroyed South Carolina. Look, they were up by 22 points at halftime against against South Carolina. This is against Dawn Staley in South Carolina. Y'all know the video that has the most views on Dave's Doghouse is Dawn Staley in South Carolina. They got destroyed by UConn. Like I'm saying, 87-58. That was the score. They almost lost by 30. They got beat by 29 points at home. And they were getting strapped all game long. Paige had a game, of course. I mean, what you expect is Paige Beckers. And that's who I was talking about. Paige Beckers is one of the best players in college basketball. You hear about Paige Beckers, you hear about Juju Watkins, Olivia Miles, Hannah Hidalgo, and Tanaya Latson, who a lot of people don't talk about, but she plays for Florida State. She's a baller. But Paige Beckers had a pretty good game. She had 12, 10, and 7. But the team just they've been on a really good run lately. Winning 4 of their last 5 games. The one game they lost was against Tennessee, which is another good team in college basketball. We know what Tennessee used to be, Candace Parker and all the other ladies on that team. But this team is UConn is really good. They're really good, and they deserve to be dogs right now because they just dominated one of the best teams in college basketball, and that was not expected because UConn has been, they've been dominating teams. They just beat St. John's right before they beat South Carolina. They beat them by 38. So we know that what they're going to do against bad teams. They beat Providence by 37. So I get that, but you go up against one of the best teams and almost beat them by 30. Then yeah, you got to put them as dogs. It's a husky. A husky is a bigger version of a dog. So there you go. There you go. There you go, man. I mean, it's not much I really need to say about UConn. Just that you might want to watch out for them being in the championship talks for this season. You got UCLA, who was really good, but you saw what Juju Watkins did to them. Juju Watkins just put up 28 against them and cooked them. So you got them. You got USC. There's some really good basketball teams out there, but I just had to bring up UConn because UConn just that was a dominating game against one of the best teams. And I believe South Carolina was ranked 4th at that time, and UConn was ranked 9th during that time. Then they jumped up to 5, and now South Carolina 6th. They got a game tomorrow against Seton Hall, and I'm telling you, they're gonna win that game. Let's just be honest about
it. See, one thing about UConn, first of all, Paige back in there. I mean, we talking about Kaden Clark. I mean, watch out for Paige back in there. But Juju the one, y'all. And she's the one. I know we're not talking about USC right now, but you look at that one-on-one league with the women's basketball. Most of those players that made it made it far in that league came from UConn. So UConn is a foundation of women's basketball. A lot of great players came to there. So I'm not surprised, Dave. But well deserved for them being a dog. I mean, being in the yard. Potato Works.
I would say no pun. The husky being a dog. But nah, that is funny though that you say that, Joe. I look back and think about it. I was like, man, AE And I ain't talking Anthony Edwards. I'm talking about Aaliyah Edwards. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Mystics got them one.
There you go. There you go.
I'm just
Hey,
saying.
there you
She
go.
made it to the finals, man.
AE ain't got, you know, she ain't get swept. She got a dub, but you know, she lost the whole thing. But hey, it don't matter.
You know, one of the best, you know.
Hey, we know. Come on, it's Feast. Feast is a baller. We all know that. So
yeah, I was rooting for her. I was like, if you can get two, just get two.
Hey, but she cooked Breonna Stewart. She beat her 12-0. She cooked her. Got her up off the court.
Barbecue chicken alert.
They need to twist it up, like make it fair. They be having like the guards going against the bigs. Like like
if you win, that's king of the court style.
True.
Gotta make it happen.
All right, let's get it, man.